Traffic's moving along just fine tonight on Proffit Road in ALBEMARLE County after a fallen power line shut down that road for nearly an hour this morning. The line fell near the intersection with Polo Grounds Road, close to the wooden railroad bridge. Police and firefighters turned drivers around at the scene. Dominion Power says a cable company wire fell on top of a power line. The utility says only one customer lost power and it's back on now. That downed line knocked out power to a church on Easter Sunday. The electricity went out at the Cornerstone Life Christian Church just as the congregation was getting ready for its Easter Sunday celebrations. NBC29's Sean Cudahy is here in the studio now to show us how the church changed up its plans without power. Sean?
Well, Matt, the sunrise service at the church was in session when the line snapped. The church almost had to cancel its big breakfast and its main service. But then a friend and a total stranger stepped in to help. Sandy Painter and her family were getting ready to cook breakfast for their whole church just before 9 o'clock Sunday morning, when all of a sudden
we heard a pop outside, and my husband and another member came running in and said that there was a fire on the power lines.
Randy Sharp is also a member of the congregation at Cornerstone Life Christian Church on Proffit Road. He says when he heard the pop, he jumped into action.
Being an experienced electrician, I immediately got the public out of the church. And I just react that way for safety purposes.
A broken power line just outside the church stopped traffic for nearly an hour. The other problem,
which of course it cut our power, which it stopped cooking our breakfast.
All of a sudden, the breakfast, the service, up in the air. That is, until one member had an idea.
So one of our members called a friend of his at Doubletree and told him what the dilemma was, and he said, come on to Doubletree, we'll fix you up a pan of eggs.
So even with the hotel's Easter brunch crowd just hours away, Chef Joseph Cheney whipped up a meal for some total strangers. Doubletree's general manager says it was no trouble.
It's nice when you know you've got somebody you can call on and that they'll answer the phone in a pinch and take care of you. And so it's just what you do for people.
Back at the church, Painter says this is an Easter story they'll be telling for years.
That was the miracle for this morning, is we have our service and we still had our breakfast.
And it was a good breakfast?
And it was an awesome breakfast.
That breakfast served about 30 people. Members of the church are saying life's about having Plan B, and they're just thankful they had one today.
Okay. Sean Cudahy in the studio tonight. Thank you, Sean.